Housekeeping.
Keep my house.
We had a few tweets and correspondence because obviously.
Were they spooky tweets?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
We had Amanda on, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We did have a spooky tweet. We'll get to that. Anyway, Amanda's mum tweeted us saying, "Listen to this. My kidlit number one speaks all over it. Good day." And that's like a quote tweet to our tweet where we kind of linked it. Kidlit number one. Like, I know she means like that's the first one she popped out, but also the way I'm reading that is it's like kidlit number one, my favourite.
Oh yeah, but that's because you're if you'd had brothers or sisters, you would be the kid that was like, I'm the favourite.
It's alright, genuinely. So yesterday I had to go somewhere with my mum and Kat, and we all three of us had to take our passports, and they were showing their passports, and I think mum and Kat were going on about, oh, we don't look good in our passport photos. And the person who we were showing them to was like, oh, no one ever does. And I went, I do.
That is very you.
It is. And just like, my mum just sort of gave me like a death stare, and Kat just sort of like rolled her eyes at me. It was brilliant.
Oh, that is just you all over. That's, oh, God.
I know, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. Frankie, at Briss Frankie, she sent a couple of tweets, but the first one was saying that she's all in for Gilmore Girls talk. Thanks for improving my train ride to work this morning. And then later saying, because our episodes I think are a bit too long, she was saying, today I got to the part of the latest Nerd on Nerd podcast where the Gilmore Girls chat started, and it's put the biggest smile on my face. So that's good. We had some like offline correspondence from Mark Dawes, who's been on the show.
Yep.
He didn't like he didn't like the Gilmore Girls talk.
Too long, or just doesn't like the Gilmore Girls?
No, he said that for someone who knew nothing about the Gilmore Girls, we didn't do a good job of selling it. We just kind of said a lot of names and then said how much we liked it.
Oh, well, I get that, but also, has our sort of shtick always been, hasn't our shtick always been that we tell you what we're going to watch, you guys go and watch it as well,
exactly.
And then we all talk about it together?
Yeah, so if you want
I'm not dissing Mark, though, because I also understand that no one fucking does that, and I wouldn't if I was listening to this podcast.
I mean, we could be better at kind of giving a more succinct overview. But also, it's Nerd on Nerd. It's a place where you can come to nerd out about things. And especially when we have guests on, it's all about nerding out. And I imagine to listen to that and not feel like part of the conversation because you don't really know what we're nerding out about can be quite exclusionary. Is that a word?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Lee Brady tweeted us because I said, I think we titled it saying Liam has a shocking revelation. And then I tweeted saying clickbait title or fact. And Lee Brady tweeted saying, probably both, looking forward to listening. He's been on the show. He loved it.
Yep.
Hang on. Amanda responded saying, bantering with Nerd on Nerd is one of my favourite things.
Thanks, Amanda. We love having you on.
Dave K, he's a new listener. Hi, Dave K. Hopefully you're still listening. He
Please
said,
be listening.
I already have so many podcasts. I'm behind on another to the list because I think Amanda got him to start listening to us.
We don't mind if you're behind on our episodes. Please just give them a listen so we get some stats.
Yeah. And then, this was a nice exchange I enjoyed. So do you remember in the episode, Amanda said there is a season of Gilmore Girls where it's not very good?
Yep.
Dave K tweeted saying, you guys will absolutely know what season Gilmore Girls takes a dive. It's painfully obvious, alas, but it's still better than most TV. Mm-hmm. So I tweeted saying, something to look forward to. And he said, I will have much to contribute by the time you get to the Netflix specials. And then Amanda chimed in saying, speaking of, what seasons are each of you on now? I responded saying, Jack hasn't watched any more because he's the worst. Liam is on season 3, episode 14.
Yep.
Then Amanda tweeted saying, hey, and then tagged you in it. I noticed you didn't respond.
I don't check Twitter very often.
Yeah, saying, start watching more Gilmore Girls. I want to discuss it more with you. And then Dave K said, your fans demand it, frankly. I'm ashamed to say that last step was my first, but it won't be my last. So that's good. To give Amanda an update, I've now finished season 3. Oh, it's delightful. It's fucking brilliant. It's so good. Oh, also, This is another bit. You know how someone once tweeted us saying your arguments are nonsensical, and that's become kind of like...
a thing that you remember, but
I
don't
like a theme of the show almost.
Or, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we've got another theme now. So after I tweeted saying Jack hasn't watched any more because he's the worst and Liam is on season 3, ep 14, Dave K did tweet saying good old dependable Liam.
I don't think Dave K has listened to enough of this podcast to call you dependable Liam.
Amanda responded, "Oh, Dave, you have just fueled a possible future disagreement about who is the favourite of fans and who is actually dependable."
Oh, no. See, no. I'm fully aware that you are the favourite of fans. Unless people go and listen to the run where you just insult the fans for most of the end of the show.
Dependable.
The dependable bit is the trick. You're not dependable, you just make people think you are.
No, that's not even it. It's just compared to you, which is setting the bar so low that I literally don't really have to do much, and I'm the dependable one.
When was the last time that you came up to visit me?
Well, I don't know.
So wait, because let's define dependable as what it really is, and not someone that watches shit. Let's talk about dependable as in someone that will come and visit their friend.
I have
been to your house a lot.
Yeah.
When was the last time you came to my house?
Your parents are there, and that makes me uncomfortable.
I lived in a flat for a year. Did you come and see my flat?
Well, you had other people there that you didn't really say that they would be very welcoming.
I lived with friends for like 6 months.
When you come here, we provide you a luxurious stay with a blow-up bed. And
your blow-up bed slowly deflates for the whole weekend.
You're the only one that's ever used it, so that's entirely your fault.
I love it as well. It's great.
What would I have got if I'd have come to visit you?
A fajita.
What? You can't sleep.
I'd have made you fajitas.
Right. You get those when you come here at the Mexican. We don't even.
I pay for them. You'd have had a free fajita.
Don't want it.
You're a liar.
Don't want it.
Anyway,
Kat, my other half, said catching up with @NerdOnNerd, and there should be an episode apologising to me, especially after Liam Underwood called me vindictive.
Was that in the episode?
I don't remember. And then she tweeted later on saying, "Poor Amanda apologising to me." This was another fun exchange. Like I said, our Twitter's just been blowing up lately.
I think I know what one you're about to talk about.
Yeah?
Because this is the one that we were both excited about, I think.
Yeah. So, Dave K was like, episode 1, fleshlights. Well, obviously. I said we started as we meant to go on. He said with expensive sex toys. I said, who have still yet to sponsor us, I may add. Then he tagged Fleshlight in this conversation saying, get on it. And the official Fleshlight account tweeted us saying, you're doing fine work. And then I ruined it all by saying, so the sponsorship check is in the mail, awesome. And they never responded.
Yeah, I think you did scare them away again.
Well,
it's almost like we're two fishermen and we've been dangling our rod in the water and every now and again we've had a nibble. That's a lie. We've never had a nibble.
We've never had a nibble.
But then, very briefly, the Fleshlight trout brushed up against our
don't call him a
bait.
trout.
Carp?
No, call him like a sexy fish, like a shark.
No, you don't catch sharks in lakes. I'm definitely picturing us on a lake. We're not sea fishermen. Sturgeon?
That's not a sexy fish, is it? What about like an eel? Eels are pretty sexy.
Yeah, sure. The Fleshlight eel.
I think they'll like that comparison.
Swam up and gently mouthed at our bait and hook.
Yeah,
and
they
as they did that, in a fit of sort of excitement, you sort of yelled at the water, "Bite the hook," and it swam away.
Yeah, that's accurate.
But it might come back. Who knows?
I mean, the thing is, I don't even necessarily want them to give us money. I just want them to send us products to test.
Well, that's fine, I guess.
Is it?
No, but
imagine. Oh, how good would it be if they send us a load of products and then we can have a new section this week? Liam fucked this thing, and I'll do a review.
I mean,
and we can be like, what thing did Liam fuck this week?
I'd be up for having that in the show.
There we go. Fleshlight, if you're listening.
You don't need to pay us. We just need you to send Liam one Fleshlight for him to fuck.
Well, if we want it to be a regular thing, like here's the deal: the more things you send, the more content you get out of us.
Yeah, no, I think they should do a tester one. I feel like they're nervous about this whole deal. I want them to do one test where they send you one Fleshlight.
Would you like anything sent your way?
No.
Nothing.
No, I'm all right.
So you're not going to get upset though. Like if we have a sponsor, but I literally am the only one that benefits out of it, is that going to be an issue to you?
Sorry, just very, very quickly. You think benefiting from this sponsorship is you ending up with a ton of sex toys?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'm all right.
I'll get a ton of sex toys and probably a grumpy girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But no, imagine that though, because I'd be like, I'm sorry, I have to go fuck this. It's for the podcast. I have to review it later.
Jesus Christ. Did anyone else talk to us?
Yeah. So this is a good one. I should have given you a heads up, but fuck it.
Good. Fantastic.
Frankie, who tweeted us earlier, @BrissFrankie, tweeted saying, I assume there will be talk of favourite horror films / Halloween recommendations too. My top pick is, of course, my favourite film, The Lost Boys. So I thought It's a spooky special. What's your favourite horror films and your favourite films to watch around the Halloween season?
So, favourite film that has scared me, Paranormal Activity. I think that film fucks with you after you watch it, but not while you're watching it, which was, I think, maybe accidentally. I've never seen the other one, so I don't know.
Okay.
But I remember watching that film not being scared. Then when I tried to go to sleep that night, got very scared.
Yep.
Favorite horror Halloween-y film is probably Friday the 13th.
Okay. Really?
I love that film. I love Jason.
Which Friday the 13th though? Because he's not really in the first one.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh, well, that one that we watched together.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know. Just any of those that series. I think.
Even number 9.
I've not seen all of them, mate. Just chuck Jason in stabbing people and I'm good.
You should watch all of the series.
I meant to. I don't remember where I got in it, so I'm going to start from the beginning again.
I've seen, right, this podcast, which is way more successful than us, but whatever. And they do this, they've got like a Patreon account thing.
Yep.
And one of the things they do is you can pay to watch them, like they'll live stream them binge watching something. So I think this weekend they binge watch Stranger Things season 2.
Yep.
And you could pay to watch that. If we ever get to that level, it would be amazing to have like a live stream of us watching all of the Friday the 13th in a row.
Oh, that's sort of... I don't want to make people pay for that.
No, we probably wouldn't add the whole payment thing to it. It would be nice if people did pay us though.
Yeah.
Maybe like it's not like you have to pay to watch it. It's just that if you like it, chuck some money our way.
Yeah, that works.
Because we could do like all of the nightmares. We could do all of the paranormal activities because I think there's 5 of them now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm down for that. What are your favourites though?
So my favourite horror film is A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep.
I love it.
You're a Freddy boy.
Closely followed by, if we want to go classics, like the Universal monster movies, we've got Bride of Frankenstein. I'm also a huge fan of the original Night of the Living Dead.
Oh yeah, that's good as well.
Yeah, I absolutely love that movie. On Halloween, I kind of like to go to the Halloween franchise and pick one from that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like the first one's good, but quite like the 4th and 5th as well.
I think I've seen the first 2 of the Halloween series.
Yeah, two's a fine follow on. If I like Halloween, it doesn't have to be something that's scary necessarily. So something like Ghostbusters is also quite a fun film to watch on Halloween.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The Lost Boys is another favourite of mine, so I agree with Frankie on that. That's a great choice. For October, I pretty much watched, apart from cinema stuff, at home exclusively horror movies, apart from when you visited as well.
Yep.
And The Lost Boys was the movie that I watched to start my season of horror. So like midnight on September the 30th, as the clock rolled into October 1st, I chucked on Lost Boys as my first movie. That's a little glimpse into my life.
It's sort of depressing.
Whatever.
But what's the one that scares you the most, Liam? Because those are all
so
not scary horror films.
The most recent one to scare me is probably Wreck.
Oh yeah, Wreck is good.
Yeah, Spanish zombie film. Like the last 15 minutes of that is honestly just, I think, a perfect example of how horror can be done. It's just terrifying.
Wreck is like legitimately one of the best zombie films and horror films.
Yeah. So those are our recommendations. Thank you for tweeting us, all of the people that tweeted us. I've mentioned Gilmore Girls. I haven't really done anything else for housekeeping. I haven't watched any more Attack on Titans.
Yep, because you're an arsehole.
Cat won't let me. I'm blaming her entirely.
Sure.
Every time I put it on, right, and she's in the room, she just whinges so much that it's not worth it. And she's always in the room. Can't get rid of her.
Whatever.